Now go and smite Amalek, aka those against Israel, and utterly destroy all of them.
Let's see what happens. Nice. Now I see a lot of people talking about Yahweh and like the Lord of the world, and there's a whole bunch of different things going on. Like seriously, this is all spaced out into various ways. First, there's a creator, and he is within you. All right. Show me no. Show me yes. Do I control these clicks? Are you the person who lives in the abyss and doesn't have a name? The one that started all of this? The first being, you exist within everyone, power everything, like beyond singularity within us. Everyone's supposed to sit here and think about who they are, what they want to be in eternity, that whole concept of character, and what they're going to bring forth into the creation by their action as a living being as they learn how to transfer their body back into being pure energy. For clarification, Acts 17:23, the unknown God, which is also the God of Abraham, and like Parabram, that whole thing, Parabram and Abraham, it's going off the Hindu stuff too. They overlap. But that's mentioning you. You don't really have a name, but you are. You're in existence. Everything else was named after you. You're just like the silent sound. I don't know. It's a thing. Was Yahweh doing things in service to you? Do you control only one world, like this world? Is this your only world? You are over all the planets, all the worlds, all the things. And so many mansions inside of your house. When you say mansion, you mean like a planet. Like there's many different ways to interpret that. You gave me the name Lord Hunushizu. And I also have my past life of who I used to be, which is Merrick Denatra. Technically, the man that was, like, this person is dead and joined up with something greater than him, which made Merrick Alex Denatra. Each planet that has people on it that don't know the truth has its problems. People will steal, people will do all the lavacious things. They'll go out there and have carnal knowledge, like, the things they're not supposed to do, they'll do it. But you allow them to continue existing because the whole thing is, do they realize you and go back to you and then change their ways? Now, as such, the sun is conscious, and so therefore there is a consciousness thing over all the planets, and every planet can have life on it. And if they have life on it, there will be a lord of that world. Okay. Now then, as such, you've made a game, and once people get back into it and they resurrect, well, a part of the game is to go out and like do the whole clean the world, be the heroes, Psalms 82. So that whole phrase, go out and defend the just, help the poor and needy. People are summoned to do this. You become a lord, so you have to go out and you gotta do things. What do you do with eternity? Things. You've done the whole thing where you get pissed off and you flood the world and kill everybody on it and like leave select people behind. This approach of having people who were born down here ascend and police their own is a gentler hand than you going out and destroying everything and making everyone start all the way back over. Because there really are some good kids here. But if it comes to that, you're not against destroying it all again, are you? You'll destroy it all again, right? So Yahweh woke up as one of the lords on like the planet a long time ago, and there were other lords that were with him. They were tasked with missions, like how we play video games, and you go out and you do like the whole raid this place, this fortress, destroy this, do that. They get tasked with stuff from you by like a system type thing. It's how you play and interact with everyone and help us grow by going out and doing things, having actions, new experiences for us to ponder, which keeps us going forward on our soulward progression. Correct? And you also get to have a little bit more hands on instead of doing mass destruction and judging everyone. You have angels of the Lord that they talk about that go out and do things. Alright, so here goes a game scenario of something that has happened. There's once a group of people who like to diddly with the littles, right? They all got together and moved away and made their own commune. They all started having kids. Then guess what they did? They diddly their kids. Now they're building a culture. Now they're building a consciousness behind it. And these people stayed far, far away from everyone for a very long time where no one could see and basically bred an infection. The whole society had that undertone within it. So, since we decided that's not a thing, because that's supposed to be the cherry on the top, that action between two mature beings when you're bringing something into the world is not for you to be doing on the younger things. They're supposed to have their own dreaming and get to that magical moment. They weren't doing that, were they? They weren't abiding by the understanding of how bodies develop and it takes time and, like, you know, all that stuff. They were just doing whatever they want. And so you sent a lord of destruction to them and wiped them out. Just because people don't believe that there are rules in this motherfucker does not mean that there are not rules. It just means that the laws are unjust and the people who are been given the charge of taking care of the rules for mankind are not taking care of the rules. So, lords wake up and the natural law takes back over because what is dead will never die. Oh, they shoot us, we die. Oh shit, we turn to ash. Oh shit, we walk back around the corner like a video game character, and now we're looking at you like, yeah, bitch. It's like the dream Terminator Matrix bullshit happening to you right here, right now, in real life. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The body of Christ. Because, you know, people act like they ain't a part of it, but she is. I sit here and I click, and I call it the click. You join the click of heaven. You know, there are rules to it. The goal is to become immortal. The goal is to understand, like, the creator, get the whole, you know, you go from being the inner child to where you actually grow up and understand what it is to be a divine adult, and then you move forward into eternity. The shit sounds weird right now because no one's died and resurrected, or the people who have died and resurrected, those stories have been like contained, you know, they weren't known. Once you start having people come back and like, yeah, no, like I was this person, my body shifted, but it's still me inside this body. I just got a remake because those from heaven supposed to be all beautiful and sexy and shit, but we're not about that. It's just us being our real selves. We felt like on the inside. So it's just a piece of it. Once this happens in the future, whenever you see these people walking around, because it's already happened in the past, like we have the stories about it. We have all the different giant monoliths and structures that have been made. This shit's happened before. So now that it's cycling around and about to happen again, it'll make a lot more sense whenever like we get there to that point. And be like, oh yeah, well that of course that was going to happen. Duh. There's someone else that exists outside of us, but he's also within us. And like clearly you can hear those clicks, you know. I'm not creating that. That's coming from the spark within me. There is another being on the other end responding to these questions. Yahweh was a dude that became the Lord of the world because everyone else was going to him with the stuff, and like he sorted all the stuff out. That's what happened. He probably didn't even want the position. He probably just fell into it. There were other lords that were here, so like no one remembers their name though, or they have legends, but most people don't talk about it. But everyone brings up Yahweh a lot because the creator doesn't have a name. Yahweh is just a dude that was here, but he was speaking for the creator. But everyone called him the Great Deceiver. Like, yeah, it's all backwards. He told them things that they didn't believe. They called him a liar, and he left. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'm done." But I'm telling y'all, the creator is real as fuck.